And now a song from two chunks and a hunk to you, our beautiful, dear chunkies.
There comes a morning when you wake up and you need something to perk your day up. Something small will be just fine. You need a tasty treat to start your week right. Can't read it in the paper, you can't find it in the news. It won't be posted on your timeline. To beat the Monday blues, you're gonna need a podcast. Talking about Itty podcast. Movie news that will bless you. You can't lose if you got some extra podcast. Talking about Itty podcast. Rumpelstiltskin TV shows. What you streaming, no one knows. Podcast. Talking about Itty podcast. You know it's time for Mini Monday. You might lose every game that you play. It's made to know kids. There's no way the games are Mini Podcast. Itty podcast. Itty podcast.
Merry Mini Monday Chunkies. I am Carter.
I'm Doge.
And I have a tear in my eye from that beautiful song.
Isn't it gorge?
And
I feel
also
like it's
I'm
already
Jordan.
Sunday. It feels like
I
Mini
know.
Sunday.
Special
I
time
went
for
to
us.
church today.
I churched this time.
It's church. It's church everywhere.
Speaking of church everywhere, that's right. I'm back and I'm here with my really good transitions.
Yeah.
Let's talk just a little bit about, and I'm not trying to change what this podcast is about.
Mm-hmm.
We do need to talk a little bit about the by association, because on Sunday is when these big things drop, right? I don't want to touch
You're throwing
on.
a lot of copyrighted words around.
I know. I just wanted to bleep it out like y'all did.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, so you listened? You listened
Yeah,
to the
I
one you
listened.
were on?
It was really fun. I think I got
Probably
were it
better,
not
huh?
for right before I came back for y'all to say how much it felt bad for you. I was kind of like, I think they're ready to just not have me because the chemistry was
Fly, little birdies. Fly, little
it was
birdies.
beautiful. It was
What did
so
you
good.
think of? What did you think of the Boba Fett finale? By the way, let the people know real quick.
My quick take on the Boba Fett finale is like, maybe I've got this. We've got some good friends that have kids that are like 5 and 2, and so let's say that I'm babysitting them, and they have Star Wars toys, and they're like, "Mr. Carter, come look. We want to show you." Like when you kind of use your imagination and you're kind of got all of your toys together and stuff. It kind of felt like that was the finale. It was
Sure.
like,
Yep.
are we still going? Like there's moments where I was like, oh, that's kind of clever for a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, ultimately, I don't know why we're crashing other things that don't need to be crashed.
Yeah. Like
Things
the
showed
6-year-old
up
was like,
only
and
to be
then
gone.
Boba rides the Rancor, and he's like,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was big bummer for me. But in the
Devastating
end,
burn to Robert Rodriguez.
still
Calling him a
one of the-
6-year-old. He'll never recover.
Yeah, sorry. In the end, still one of the most unique seasons of a show I've ever seen. So it's got that. That's fun.
There's that Carter positivity. It was unique. It was certainly unique.
It's
Yeah,
back.
it's sort of like when your car hydroplanes and you
Yeah.
recorrect and you're like, that doesn't happen often. Does that mean it's good?
Huh? It doesn't usually do that.
I bet you've never felt that sensation
What an
before, Mr.
experience.
Carr. What a big day for you. With the big game of the football, the one that's on the
I'm
Sunday,
familiar.
the
I'm
championship, the
familiar.
big football game.
Yes.
I think this was the 51st one or the 56th. I can't remember. Anyways, we had a lot of trailers, some for new things, some for newer looks at things we already knew were coming. One of the first things I do want to talk about was something that was brand new. We did get our first Nope trailer.
Yeah.
And this is something that'll be around in July, I believe, from Jordan Peele.
the scariest month of the year.
Yeah, the most exciting thing for me about Nope is that it is Jordan Peele. I just brain farted. It is as much Jordan Peele as what like Get Out was, and what like it's not just that we're putting his name on it.
Right.
Sure. So it's more like Get Out and Us rather than like Candyman.
100%. It really does feel like his third movie.
The most exciting thing for me about it is that it seems to be aliens. But the other thing,
defo aliens,
is
right?
that it's for sure aliens. I mean, you say that it's Jordan Peele, so who knows?
Sure.
But the other thing is, I was making myself giggle because, and this full disclosure, I might have read this somewhere. I hope I didn't. It made me laugh either way, but the titles of his movies in order sound like somebody got mad and you thought they meant you, but they meant the people behind you. They're like, Get Out. You're like, us? Like, nope.
Yeah, that's funny.
If his next movie is called Them,
nope.
I think his movie is
Us?
actually called
Nope. Them.
Yeah, the next one is called Those Guys Seated Behind You.
Those guys behind you that won't stop
Sorry
talking
for the
during this
confusion.
movie.
Yeah.
It could also just be K.
Okay.
Okay. How do you guys feel about it?
Oh, I'm in 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited.
Absolutely 100%
Keke
in.
Palmer is going to light screens on fire.
Yeah,
So
I'm absolutely in.
How in are you? Like, what if you had just seen the trailer and there was no mention of Jordan Peele? We actually had confirmed he has nothing to do with this movie. Does that change?
It's
I
got
might
this.
still be in because aliens are one of those unique flavors for me that no matter what, I'm going to see it or at least want to see it.
And it seems like some sort of version of like Greys, like aliens, like traditional, like big head
Classic,
gray aliens.
the classic boys.
But then on top of that, the trailer just has this like juicy weirdness to it.
I mean,
that is so uniquely Jordan Peele, but
just visceral images that you're like, I don't really know how to connect the dots.
Even if his
just yet,
name
but I'm not
wasn't
gonna forget
there,
it.
it's just a good trailer enough to definitely get me interested.
Interesting question for you guys in terms of like hype for movies. Are you more in on a director you love project or an actor you love project?
Director.
I think director for me, just because they tend to have
I feel
more.
the same way.
Absolutely director. I love Harrison Ford, but I did not see Call of the Wild for a reason. It doesn't seem interesting to me. But like,
Now, when the stars align and Jake Gyllenhaal is in a Denis Villeneuve movie, upon occasion, then you already know.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, I feel like I thought of this, though, and I'm glad you brought up Jilly, because we saw an ambulance trailer together.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Jordan was maybe more in than he would have been before on that movie because of Jake Gyllenhaal.
100%.
But I think...
Even though it is Michael
not
Bay,
surprised
right?
to find it is Michael Bay. Yeah, so it's got a...
But so was
it's
The
your
Rock.
actor against a director. So... we also saw a new trailer for the Multiverse of Madness, and this was probably the closest to a horror type trailer I think that we have seen. This was my favorite so far, just to kind of see Doctor Strange get other dimension like sliced into like tiny cubes, to see some strange like Hindu looking 8-armed zombie. It's like there was just so much going on.
We have
I had
seen
no
Strange do the 8-armed thing before, but not evil 8 arms.
Evil.
You know what absolutely kills me? Scrambles my brain inside and out. That you guys haven't watched What If. You have to watch What If before we go see this movie together.
Yeah, we do.
Carter, I watched Arcane for you.
You did watch Arcane for me.
Even though
That
it's a
means a lot.
cartoon and cartoons are for babies, I watched it and I liked it.
You did. You paid extra to get Nick Jr. and you watched Arcane for me. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. I think one of the biggest things that was a brain scrambler was it seemed like that we had a glimpse at, are they called the, what is the crew of like Mr. Fantastic and Professor X?
The Illuminati.
The Illuminati. I was going to say that, but it sounded wrong in my head. But yeah. It looks like
Multiversal collection of heroes who basically exist in a space outside the multiverses and
so
sort of somewhat govern the stuff that goes on in the universes.
We hear Patrick Stewart's voice, so therefore on IMDb database, IMDb, the cast now, which has been super hush hush on Multiverse of Madness, has increased by like 20% because they kind of put Patrick Stewart there because that's clearly his voice in his head. So that would be an assumption, yes, that this is the throne room of the Illuminati.
Yeah. There's also a shot of what looks to be either Monica Rambeau or perhaps a variant of Iron Man in the trailer as well.
Yeah. completely wild.
Heavy Iron Man rumors for this movie.
So if we're getting the Illuminati, does that mean we're very likely getting Mr. Fantastic?
Probably.
Or even at least the first time we get to kind of talk about him.
We're probably getting Mr. Fantastic from a different multiverse in this one, from a different universe. Yeah.
And it's funny that you bring up Monica Rambeau because I think we've been waiting for Mr. Fantastic for a long time, but definitely during WandaVision, everyone was like, it's happening. She's talking about this guy that she knows.
Yeah.
Great. Obviously, had our big movie trailers. We've talked about how much television is kind of just the new.
It's just little movies now.
It's just little movies now. I mean, based off of rumors, and they feel less rumory because of who's at the helm. The most expensive budget, the biggest budget of all time, is Rings of Power, and we've got our first, full length trailer that felt like just like a bunch of cuts of just teases. Tough to know anything narratively, but. It's people. It's not just a teaser of having the title for us as we're starting to forge some ring. What do you guys think?
I'm a little skeptical. The trailer didn't super work for me.
I didn't watch it. I'm sorry. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I don't know why this made me more skeptical than before I saw something.
Did. This trailer was a detriment to me, for sure.
Yeah, so I just have to, I think they're going to be in trouble if there is no homage to the vibe of at least what Peter Jackson was able to make. You have to even I feel like you even have to touch a little bit on the score if you can, right? Like it can't just be totally different.
To play devil's advocate, I think people probably would have said that about John Williams' music for Star Wars, and yet The Mandalorian sounds nothing like John Williams.
That's true.
That's true.
And I think it largely works, but it also does feel pretty separate from the movies.
That's the thing is it's very much its own thing.
Yeah.
Which maybe that's the idea for Rings of Power, but it's not. The trailer did not work for me. It looks.
Yeah.
I've seen it brought up online. I agree. It just looks too clean. Like
PJ's stuff looked pretty dirty, huh?
Yeah, it just looks too clean. Everybody's
old.
clean.
Maybe not dirty. Maybe just old and weathered. Like it looked like 3,000 years of history.
Yeah, which maybe if this is that first year of that 3,000 years, maybe it shouldn't be as old. So I don't know. I'm obviously still going to give it the old college try.
Sure. So you're saying you guys are now a little cool on it after watching the trailer?
Yep.
Yeah.
After making such a big deal about me being cool on it a couple weeks ago.
I don't know if it was that big of a deal.
I'm just trying to track.
I don't know.
Trying to track where we're at.
Probably more so what it was is that you like nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so anytime.
Well, there's a scene in the movie we're going to talk about tomorrow where Alfred's like, well, I did bloody tell ya. And like, that's kind of just how I feel right now.
But you are our Alfred,
I did bloody tell ya.
Yeah. Yeah, I think of this group of three people, probably you're the Alfred.
I'm the most like
old.
Yeah.
Bit of a check-in here on Box Office Ball. For one, there is a movie, Tom Holland doing Uncharted feels like he's got some stones. Like, good for you, dude, to try and do another blockbuster after a blockbuster that is now, and here's the announcement, just passed Avatar domestically.
Wow.
Spider-Man No Way Home passed Avatar domestically. It's just barely beating it by less than
Good,
2.
because I'm tired of Avatar being the benchmark for movies making a lot of money.
Right. So that means Spider-Man No Way Home is only being beaten by Avengers Endgame and The Force Awakens domestically. Now, worldwide, it hasn't really moved the needle very much. It is still 6th because it's still got a leap there for Infinity War. Another $250 million to pass Infinity War. But regardless, very exciting things. And I think we were making projections recently. We had named, I think, 3 movies. It was like Thor, Love and Thunder, The Batman, and Multiverse of Madness. And Jordan, was it you that thought Multiverse of Madness was going to be the highest grossing of those?
I think Ragnarok will be.
I think Multiverse of Madness is going to make more.
We all had something different. Yeah, because I said The Batman. That gave it some heat a little bit for Multiverse of Madness to see that trailer and to continue to see how well that No Way Home is doing.
I think Marvel's probably going to stoke the rumor mill a little bit, like they did with Andrew Garfield endlessly denying that he's in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Illuminati throne room scene is going to drive a lot of word of mouth people to go see this movie.
Yep. I won't go too into detail because I think there'll be another mini Monday for this, but the Oscars were recently announced for our nominations, our official nominations there. And some of the big ones are The Power of the Dog. We've got Coda, which I still haven't seen. I haven't seen The Power of the Dog. Belfast, Kenneth Branagh. So it's kind of touching a little bit on a lot of these movies, and most of them streaming. So I would recommend, as that time comes, as we're about less than a month away.
Start making your way through.
Have some fun with that. I know that's something that Chelsea and I are definitely going to do. One more little bit of news that I'm kind of getting excited about, and it has a little bit to do with the Oscars. Greta Gerwig is someone who, at a very young age for a director, I think her name comes up for us in talking about some of these young directors that we're excited to just kind of see how much they can do with their careers.
Yeah.
She's got a new movie coming out about Barbie, about the doll.
Yeah,
Y'all heard about this?
Yeah.
It's like every week people are on board, and this is only her her fourth technically. Lady Bird and Little Women were big ones for her, but this is huge. So we've got Margot Robbie as Barbie, which feels perfect. Ryan Gosling as Ken. And then the other people that are confirmed so far, we don't really know the role that they play, but America Ferrera, Simu Liu. So it's fun to see him jumping out of the MCU a little bit. And then Kate McKinnon has been recently confirmed for that movie. So I think I'm very much in on that. And we love Greta.
Oh, for sure.
Something else we love is making all of the money. So let's go to ads a little bit.
At Kroger, fresh groceries are our thing, so we check your delivery order for freshness at every step from farm to store and pick and pack every veggie in your free pickup order with care, because we treat your food the way we'd want ours to be treated. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
And now you'll find more ways to save on your favorites. When you download digital coupons, you can use up to 5 times in one transaction. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Make sure... Jim.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me.
We're on the air.
I need to try it first.
With zero sugar and refreshingly delicious, is Coca-Cola Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Pick up a 20-ounce from Speedway today.
Guys, what would you say is your biggest hope for Two Chunks Day? We've never had Two Chunks Day before, and I don't know if we'll ever have it again. But if it's a kind of a day where the stars align, what would you hope happens on that day, tomorrow, February the 22nd, 2022, on a Tuesday?
I'm hoping that like government workers can get the day off. I think if we can get it elevated to the status of bank holiday.
Yeah.
At some point in our podcast future, we may have to wait until 3022 or 2122 before the next Two Chunks Day rolls around.
2222 is going to be insane.
Wow, we're gonna go off on that day, guys.
We'll come back and we'll go off.
I think my hope is that tomorrow is the surprise announcement of that HBO docuseries they've been working on for us.
Oh yeah,
those guys have been filming me for so long.
They just follow me around everywhere.
I know,
like, guys. I gotta start doing like entering passwords and working with banking information that you can't see with this camera. So can you know?
And you know what the worst part is? Sometimes they follow me when I have to go to the toilet
bathroom.
Time.
That's illegal.
When I have to do toilet time, yeah, they follow me and they say this is footage for the documentary. But I don't know if they're lying. They won't let me see any of their clips.
They're using their phones at that point.
Yeah, it's weird.
Whenever they go into the bathroom, they're using their phones.
It sounds like they're FaceTiming like their mom or something. I don't know. I don't like it.
Every time I go into the bathroom, all I can hear is a bunch of phones doing that Skype song. The boop, 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 boop.
Which is highly influenced our new Mini Monday intro. Not really. Here's what I can see already for tomorrow is that, especially for the two of you, you get to Two Chunks Day and you're like, man, I never thought it was going to taste this sweet. But with us winning extra credit yesterday and not having to do it again for the entire year.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Can you imagine how that's going to feel? Isn't it so glad that I'm back? Aren't we happy? Isn't it glad I'm back? It's early.
Extra credit's very glad you're back as it raises its head from the depths of hell in which it lives.
Let's play extra credit.
Okay.
And let's use our Nolan Bats, our Nolan Batman movies. So we've got a lot here. We've got our Christian Bale. We've got our Michael Caine, who y'all done several times. So that could be easy. It could also be cruel. We have Morgan Freeman. We have Liam Neeson. We have Tom Hardy. We have Heath Ledger. We have Maggie Gyllenhaal. We have all of these players. Let's do it. Let's play Extra Credit. For those of you that have not heard these two play Extra Credit before, it is a cruel, cruel game. It is its own multiverse of madness in that they have 3 actors that they have to try and guess an incredibly hard algorithm, which is the top 4 IMDb credits for each of those actors. If they can name all 4, they get an extra credit. So with each guess that is correct, they get a point. They only need 9. They can get 15. I've told them if they get 9 this year at any point, we will never play this again for the entire year. So early now in February, it's still very much worth winning. I would imagine if December rolls around, their entire energy and spirit will be completely gone and there's no point to win because, great, we won't play next week. But we still are in February. It's almost 2 chunks day, and it almost feels like, Chunkies, that you deserve them to win. So I hope there's not as much pressure. But let's play. Who do y'all want to use in Extra Credit? Who do we have here that you'd like to start with? We've got Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises.
I'm just going to say some names that I think will be very hard to
Gary
get right.
Oldman is out there, too.
Then why would you say their names?
Because I want to place them on the field like bowling bumpers. I think Gary Oldman is going to be incredibly difficult to get right. Just want to throw that. I want to plant my flag in that sentiment. I think Sir Michael Caine, is he a knight? I think he's a knight. Might be pretty tough to get correct.
So.
I think we could take a swing at Anne Hathaway. I think we could take a swing at Tom Hardy. I think we could take a swing at Christian Bale. I think we could take a swing at Cillian Murphy. I think we could take a swing at Ben Mendelsohn. I think we could take a swing at Aidan Gillen is in The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, yeah. Jogo Lev is in The Dark Knight Rises.
Jogo Lev is in The Dark Knight Rises.
And talk about it. Ensemble.
For real.
Ensemble. So I think any of those are good options.
Who do you feel the most energy around?
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck.
Anne Hathaway or Tom Hardy feel like easy swings.
Let's start with Tom Hardy.
Okay.
Tom Hardy.
I think Venom 2 Let There Be Carnage is probably all 4 slots for him.
It's very possible. I think Inception.
Yeah.
I think Dark Knight Rises potentially. I do think Venom.
Do you think it's another Nolan?
Dunkirk, honestly.
I don't know. I feel like it's going to be like Bronson or something.
You think Bronson?
I just feel like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know whether to assign motive to the IMDb algorithm, but it feels like if I was making a list of like, here's the 4 things Tom Hardy's known for, 3 of them wouldn't be he's the muscle boy in a Chris Nolan movie.
Sure. Does it feel like Inception's definitely there, though?
It does.
Inception
to me.
is there for everybody we have ever done who is in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they're in Inception, it's a guaranteed spot in there for most of the time.
Yeah, let's lock it in. Inception.
Lock in Inception.
Bing, 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 bing. Number 1.
I'm telling you, man, Inception
I do think Venom's in there.
Inception is the great equalizer of the IMDb algorithm. If you are in that movie, it's in your top 4.
That's true. Venom. I do think Venom's in there. Yeah, unfortunately. Okay. Venom.
Yeah, let's lock in Venom.
Lock it in.
The bong bong. God. So to stay on track, you need to get these next 2.
The Dark Knight Rises.
The Dark Knight Rises. I do think it's there.
Lock it in.
Let's lock it in.
Bing, bing, bing. Number 2.
Yeah. Man, I really think Dunkirk is a real possibility. I don't think it's, what's the movie Lawless, where they're moonshine bootleggers?
The cowboy one. Yeah.
I don't think that's there. I think, now hold on. Peaky Blinders, or what's that movie he's riding with his dad? Or that TV show that he's been like, not The Great.
Oh, yeah.
Is it The Great?
I don't think that's it. We host a movie podcast and we can't think of the name of it. I don't think it's in there.
Well, it's a TV show.
Right. I don't think it's in there.
We don't host a TV show podcast.
Okay, hear me out. What's the one that looks like I'd watch it on TBS, waiting at the dentist, where he's a spy?
This means war. It's him and Chris Pine.
Yes.
I don't think so.
Do you think IMDb is trying to be like, hey, don't get too excited, but he's in some stinkers too?
No, I don't think so. There's a part of me that thinks that their publicists pick their top 4.
Ooh, really? What a wrinkle. What a twist that would be.
Some lower level people don't have a top 4 at all, even if they've been in quite a few things.
Okay, who do we think it's another? Do we think it's another Nolan?
Dude, it feels like Nolan is always a lock for top 4. Dunkirk seems like the easy swing here.
Okay, I trust you.
Let's go Dunkirk.
Dunkirk, lock it in.
Bong Bong. Number 1, Inception. Number 2, The Dark Knight Rises. Number 3, Locke.
Oh, yeah.
Number 4, Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe I forgot about that movie.
I didn't forget about it. I just didn't think it would be in his top 4.
I
did
forgot
forget
that
about
was Tom
Locke.
Hardy. Yeah. Carter, do you remember when we went to, you, me, and Jordan went to go see Mad Max Fury Road?
Yes.
At
You
Alamo?
ordered mother's milk and didn't know what it was until we got to that scene.
Yes.
It was really funny.
That was probably one of the best theater movies I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we went early in the morning too. We went to like an 11 a.m. showing of that movie.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Who's our next actor? Somebody's got to be perfect here.
We'll go Anne.
Yeah.
I think we have taken a swing at Anne before and whiffed pretty sincerely.
I am sure that we have tried Anne Hathaway both when we did The Princess Diaries and when we did Les Miserables.
Les Miserables. Yeah, so let's start with what I think beefed us up last time.
I think there's no Princess Diaries.
I don't know if I'm ready to commit to that yet. That's very possible, but I think The Devil Wears Prada is one that we missed both times and is definitely there.
Okay. All right. The
Can we
Devil
do
Wears Prada.
Lock it in.
Lock it in.
Bong Bong.
Yeah. Love it.
Dude, honestly, like,
In case you were worried that all the glitz and glam of Two Chunks Day was going to change us, don't worry. Same old boys.
there are times where we do bits where it's like, I hate this part. This game is legitimately the worst way to start a day. It's like we record early in the morning, and it's like a lot of times people will tell you like start your day with things that build you up and things that like, you know, have some coffee, have some fruit, take a multivitamin, take your, you know, pop your Zyrtec, make sure you're all allergy free. And then it's like,
sure.
And then curb stomp your emotions and your brain in a game that is completely inscrutable and that a good friend of yours takes utter joy in watching you become hurt.
Play this game that your friend made to hurt you. Designed with the sole purpose of hurting you.
Have y'all ever had someone who listens to the podcast tell you they've played this game?
Yeah, and talk about how easy it is.
Yeah,
and it's like you get on a microphone at 7 a.m. and try and remember 4 movies that might be in Anne Hathaway's top 4. Love and Other Drugs. I'm locking it in.
Yeah, Love and Other Drugs. Lock it in.
Great. How did y'all pull that one? Bing, bing, bing. Good job.
It's because extra credit's so easy. I can't believe you guys lose all the time.
Never made the mistake in the game.
That
The
was
Ice
like-
Age.
It's like Animal from the Muppets, and then it turned into Arnold. It was very good. All right, you got 2 more guesses on her. You can still get 3.
I do think that Les Miserables is in here because she won an Oscar for her role.
Yeah. Les Mis. Lock it in.
Look it in.
Bing,
Bong,
bing,
bong.
bing.
Okay.
Number 1.
Okay, good.
Love and Other Drugs was number 4.
Interstellar?
Yeah, probably. It's Nolan.
It's Nolan.
Interstellar. Lock it in. Bong bong.
Lock it in.
Bong Bong.
Yeah.
Les Miserables, also Nolan. The Dark Knight Rises. Number 3. Rachel Getting Married. Number 4. Love and Other Drugs. You have 4 points. Here's what's so awesome about extra credit. Here's what's so beautiful about extra credit. You have 4 points. You only need 5.
If we get somebody perfect, we could win.
You still win if you get somebody perfect. What a perfect Carter game. There's always a chance to be happy. Look at the bright side.
But don't we have to get all 3 people completely perfect to not play it again?
No, you just
We
only
just
have to
win the game one time.
You have to win the game one time. Which seems
hate
easy,
how
but
low
we've
that
been
bar
playing.
is. That
But we've
sucks
been
so
playing
bad.
this game for like almost 3.5 years, 4 years, and we've probably won 5 times, handful of
I
times.
bet we've won a little bit more than that.
6.
Who can we get perfect, Doge?
Well, not Gary Oldman.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Marion Cotillard, Morgan Freeman, Michael Caine, Ben Mendelsohn, Aidan Gillen, Christian Bale.
I
Heath
almost
Ledger.
feel like I could get Christian Bale's right.
Ooh,
We could maybe
Aaron
get
Eckhart.
Heath
We
Ledger.
didn't say Aaron Eckhart.
We could maybe get Heath Ledger, actually.
this and A Knight's Tale and Brokeback Mountain, and then I'm out.
10 Things I Hate About You, I think. I bet those are his top 4.
Dude.
You want to try it? You want to go out on Heath?
Yeah, I do.
Let's
I do want to try
Let's
Heath Ledger. The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight, lock it in. That one's
Obviously, lock it in.
Bing, 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 bing. Number 2.
obvious. Yeah. Brokeback Mountain, lock it in.
Lock it in.
For sure.
Lock it in, Brokeback Mountain.
Bing, 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 bing. Number 1. You only need these last 2, and then you've done it.
A Knight's Tale. Lock it in.
A Knight's Tale 2. 5
No,
Goes
stop.
West.
Stop.
Lock
Stop.
it in.
Stop.
Which one are we locking in? A Knight's Tale or
A Knight's Tale.
Knight's Tale.
Bing,
A Knight's
bing,
Tale,
bing,
lock
bing,
it in.
bing, bing. Number 3.
There's no such thing as A Knight's Tale 2. 10
I was
Things I
making an
Hate
American
About
Tale
You
joke.
is my guess.
Yeah, I do think you're right. 10 Things I Hate About You. Lock it in.
You want to lock it in? Let's lock it in. 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah.
Lock it in.
Yeah.
How beautiful would that be? That's like one of y'all's favorite movies.
I do
And
love that movie.
It could save you from extra credit. And I'll honor it if this is it. If this is it, I'll honor it. 10 Things I Hate About You. That, you got it perfectly. Chunkies, I need you to understand that we are a prepared podcast. We are not a scripted podcast.
Oh my goodness.
What has just happened for it to be the biggest comeback win of their extra credit careers, and me like lauding, like, wow, wouldn't that make Two Chunks Day perfect to know that they never have to play extra credit again?
Oh, wow. I think we'll just, in that moment, we'll just bring in the choir. Let's just bring the choir in from the beginning song of this. They're singing right now, Confetti's Falling, like we've just won American
Idol. We're going to get a record deal with Interscope.
To end this historic record-setting episode, I would love to have your name, and I want you to tell me, legitimately, what can you compare this feeling to? What can you compare this win, the chemicals in your body right now and how you feel, the smile on your face? What can you compare that to? I'm Carter, and I mean, this is, we were talking about the big game that happened on Sunday. For me, this is like my team having like a last second miraculous finish to a comeback. Me standing up, hands up, then hands on my head, mouth open, like, I cannot.
I'm Doge, and it feels like I just remembered that tomorrow I'm going on a trip I'm super excited about, because I'm excited right now in the moment, and I know that it's going to be even better when I'm on my trip. And I'm excited right now that we've won extra credit. And I know that's even better that I don't have to lose extra credit again for like 10 months.
Yeah, Jordan here. It's probably most similar to the first time I kissed a girl.
Yeah.
At 25 or so.
Yeah. When you got married?
Well, I got married at 22, but I waited a couple years.
Sure, yeah. You need to make sure it sticks first.
Yeah. There's a scenario to me where y'all look back on this like months from now when I was just twiddling my thumbs for so long. I was like, what do we do? And I invented something even more cruel.
I know. I'm pretty confident that you have something up your sleeve. Like, we're going to start playing Credit Line again. Remember the hardest game you've ever made that we only played one time?
Hard. Yes. You had to connect them. No, we won't do that.